Redcliffe Land and Bay fishing. Just down Hayes today. Thought I'd come down and do a little bit of land based. So I'll walk through these mud flats. I'm just looking for a flatty lie or two. Hopefully I'll see one or two and I'll be able to show you. That's a flatty lie there. You can see the shape of it. I'd say with the width of that head there, that'd be at least a 55, possibly 60 centimetre flatty. Just looking around, there's probably 4 or 5 flatty lies here, but it could all be the same fish. That looks like it's probably a 40-45 centimetre flatty lie. That's a really good one though. You can actually see the fan on the tail where he swished it to take off. I'd say. We're down in Hayes Inlet. Just started fishing. My main target's flatty, but I know the results at the end of the day here. I didn't catch any flatty at all. Had a couple of hookups, but it was all brim. Brim after brim after brim. I couldn't get away from them. As you can see there in the top left corner, I've got a map of the area that I'm fishing. It's about the right tide for that map to be fairly accurate too. You can see there's a lot of sand. It's just perfect flathead country, this area. But the month at the moment is the beginning of July 2016, and we're having a sensational year on brim this year. I'll just run you through the area and the gear. As you can see there in the background, there's a bridge. I'm to the west of that bridge, fishing in Hayes Inlet. There were a couple of flatty lies as you saw on the way out, and the gear I'm using, it's a 9-foot rod I made myself, so there's no brand on it. Bought the bits from John Pope down at Scarborough. Sensational rod. I use this for my brim, flathead and whiting fishing. Using a 4000 Stratic with that's got 9-pound moi moi line on it, and when I fish for flathead I usually fish either very heavy lures, be it hard body or soft plastic, or quite big baits. Today the baits aren't so big. I was mostly chasing a feed, but it wasn't to be today with flatty. We've got to feed a brim though. And I use a 14-pound fluorocarbon leader with a trace. The trace is just to move the sinker away from the hook a little bit so that it wafts around and I'll get a little bit more area covered when I'm chasing the flatty. But as you can see, brim after brim, couldn't get away from them today. Generally speaking, when I'm chasing brim, this isn't the rig I use. I use a sinker straight on top of the hook with brim and a 4-pound leader. The leader is way too heavy today for good brim, but I certainly caught a fair share of as I'd say average brim around that 27 to 30 mark. If you walk out into this area, you've got quite a good space to fish. You can comfortably fish 15 people, and you're not shoulder to shoulder either. So there's quite a significant area out here that you can choose from to fish in the channel. With the flathead fishing, quite often you'll see the flathead as you move along this beach or move along this shallow area, sitting only meters from the shore, and they'll take off as you move around. You'll see them rush off. So you don't have to throw out real far to find a flatty or two in this area. As you can see, brim after brim. I don't know how many I caught today. It would have been probably best part of 20, I guess. And I kept 4 or 5 for a feed, and the rest got put back. I did have 3 really good strikes for flatty, and I didn't manage to get any of them to shore. I was bitten off on every occasion on 14-pound lines, so I may even have to reconsider that. Anyway, leave you with the rest. There's my flathead, I reckon. He just belted it. Either that or it's a brim that was really hungry. Come on, be a flathead. No, brim. Unbelievable. Bloody brim. Change your rig, you'll catch them even on pillies. That's a better fish. This could be my little flatty that I've been waiting for. No, Bream. Bugger. 27.